Hello, I'm Peter Carey, and welcome to this week's edition of HelpPeterCook.com. This week's challenge was to take ground turkey, red bell peppers, Brussels sprouts, and green beans, and mix them together and come up with a unique recipe. This week's challenge was answered by Jess Cole. She added in cheese, sharp cheddar, milk, and cornflakes. Because she's my sister-in-law, she got to add in the extra item. I've already got the milk simmering on the stove, so let's get started. Jess's recipe is called Cheesy Turkey Nuggets, and is as follows. 1 pound ground turkey, 1/4 cup finely chopped red bell peppers, 10 ounces milk, simmered to reduce to 5 ounces, and it's currently going on the stove right now. 2 cups crushed cornflakes, 2 ounces firm cheese. She suggests sharp cheddar, which is hard to say. In a bowl, mix the turkey, reduced milk, the bell peppers, and 2/3 cup cornflakes. Cut the cheese into 12 small sticks. Wet your hands with remaining milk and shape turkey mixture into 3-inch ovals around the cheese pieces. Pour the remaining milk into a bowl. Add the remaining cornflakes to a plate and dip each nugget into the milk, then coat with the cornflakes. Heat 2 tablespoons olive oil in your big skillet over medium heat and fry each nugget until brown, about 5 minutes per side. If the cheese starts to ooze out, you're good. Serve with green beans. Sounds easy enough. Sounds straightforward enough. I think I can handle it. I have to admit to never having simmered milk before and reduced it, but all in all it seems pretty easy. I've only spilled a little bit so far. Right next door, I've got the green bean on, and I'm just going to throw the Brussels sprouts on top. Economize things a little. They'll just be served alongside. As we found out last week, I am no chopping king. So I'm trying something a little different this week. If you've got any suggestions on how to not completely take my fingers off while chopping up peppers and onions, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, Jess says these need to be finely chopped, so I am just going to use the scatter method. Okay, those look pretty well done. Next up is the cheese. She says 12 sticks. So let's see. 2, 3, 4 chunks. Divide each of these in thirds, or maybe a little bit more. Seem about the right size. Let's go for a little bit more cheese then. Having never crushed cornflakes before, I'm just going to take a couple of scoops. 1 cup. 2 cups. Seal the bag. Let some air out. This probably sounds really great, doesn't it? I imagine this is the way it's been done for eons and eons. That look good? It'll work. Now we're going to take our turkey, and milk is already in the bowl, and that's just 1/4 cup of the milk. Chopped onions, and 2/3 cup of the crushed cornflakes. We're going to be using the rest of those in a bit, so we'll just keep them set aside. And we're now going to mix this all up and see what happens. certain point, just going to bend in the spoon and use my hands because it seems a lot easier. And one thing I forgot to mention earlier, I actually had the turkey wrong. I'm using turkey sausage and not just regular ground turkey. So this is going to have a bit more spice to it. Okay, that looks about right. Now I need to get out one of my mats. Hang on. As instructed, I've poured the remaining milk into a bowl that I'm going to use for dipping here in a minute. And putting the rest of the cornflakes on this plate. And hopefully that'll be enough. Now, she says to take each of the sticks, take a bunch of turkey, shape it into an oval around. And I realize now these are way too big. So let's just kind of break it off. Improvise a little into an oval around it. Okay, there's one oval. There's kind of a second oval. And so on. We'll time lapse forward to when I have these all done. Now then, she states to pour the remaining milk into a bowl, did that, add the remaining cornflakes to a plate, done that, and dip each nugget into the milk and then coat with cornflakes. Okay. So, nice warm milk. Coating, coating, coating. Yeah. Looks decent. Number 2. Realize you can't quite see that, but move it a little more forward. And so on. Aren't those some scrumptious looking cheesy turkey nuggets? Now Jess said to do them 5 minutes per side and olive oil on medium heat, but I seem to have made circles or balls, so we'll have to figure this out as it goes. Unfortunately I don't have a big skillet, I just have the fry pan. It should work. I think we can get them all in there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other 2 are going to have to wait. As these are cooking, I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil. They were kind of sticking to the bottom a bit too much. The green beans and Brussels sprouts are finished. They're a little bit old. They're past their prime probably, but they'll do okay. See, these will need a bit more time. Turn a little bit more. Cheese there. We'll come back in a minute. Checking back in, you can see some of the cheese is already using, but some of these still need a side or two. They're just about there. This is definitely hands down the most flattering, messiest meal I've ever attempted. Most of the cheese is already melting. All the turkey is cooked except for that piece right there. That one's pretty good. I'm going to take one of these off and give it a try. See, this one looks about the most done. Here we are with the finished product. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. Everything goes on in the background. I'm going to give it a try. Let's see if I manage not to burn myself. Cheese is very nicely melted. Turkey's done. And it is cheesy, yummy turkey goodness. I think she needs to change the name. Well, this recipe is a little bit messier than the last time, but I still like the results a lot. So thank you to Jess, and look for next week's challenge coming soon. Bye.